How freaking awesome is that level 1 intro? This right here is one of the main reasons why I was hooked on this game. And in case you do not know what I'm talking about, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. This port for the Sega Genesis was one of the first Genesis games I played when I was younger, besides Earthworm Jim. Produced by, apologize if I got this wrong,
Rafi
Tsurumi and Michael Jackson himself. So of course this game would have to include some awesome music and sound effects, right?
Well, you can be the judge of that.
Now let's give a quick rundown on the gameplay, as the arcade and home ports differ a lot, so I wanted to get that out of the way. While the story stays the same, Michael Jackson saving kidnapped children from the notorious Mr. Big and his evil henchmen, the game differs up between the two. I've only played a little bit of the arcade version via emulator. However, the one thing I do have to say about the arcade port is that you can play it with up to 4 people for like the ultimate Jackson mayhem. Now back to the Genesis port. Unlike the arcade version, this is a side-scrolling beat-em-up and is broken down into 5 levels, each consisting of 3 stages before a final boss battle. This is akin to something like Super Mario Bros. Jackson Man is equipped with his arsenal of dance moves to defeat the henchmen. Once the magic meter, is very low, Michael has to resort to using his normal fisting kicks, which don't do as much damage as the other moves. The main attacks are shooting magic dust swords over beside you, magic kick and magic spin. For a special move when overwhelmed, you can spin part of your meter to toss Michael's hat like Oddjob from James Bond. Or if you use half your meter, you can start a flash mob, forcing all the enemies on screen to dance with Michael until he's had enough.
Fatality.
Be careful though, the only way to replenish magic is to save the children. Oh, that's supposed to be a child. Honestly, as a kid, I just kind of like stared at this and was like, I don't know what that's supposed to be. But I do wear glasses now, so that might explain things. Level 1, Club 30. This level is filled with lots of suited bad guys who try to attack you by punching and whatever this is. If you a bit too far, I don't know why I put it like that. If you a bit too far away, they will try to pop a cap like pew pew. There is also this pool cue guy who takes a few hits, but he's no bother. You'll also encounter these cats. Now, I love cats. Damn these little hoppy buggers. Beside the enemies, you have these showgirls who block you, but only once until you, and then they'd be like, oh damn! Now for each level, you get near the end of the stage, Bubbles, Michael's pet monkey, like actually Michael's pet monkey, will hop on your shoulders and point you to the end of the level. Once you get to the end point of the level, this is where Bubbles will hop off your shoulder and Mr. Big will show up to taunt you before the boss fight occurs. Once you defeat all the baddies, it's time for the next stage.
Michael.
Level 2, The Street. This level takes place in like a downtown kind of area and introduces a few new things like ticking time bombs. The bad guys are greasers, these army guys, and doggos. This level has you checking mostly windows, a few doors, and car trunks for kidnapped kids on stage 2. Just don't forget the sewer on the last stage, like I did. There is some backtracking to get on top of this building, or if you forget a car trunk or two, especially in the stage of the parking garage and the elevator, so just be sure to check them all. The last stage for this level is a combination of stage 1 and 2. The final boss battle for this level is probably one of my favorite because you have to fight off these dogs with their leader, who's a poodle. But if you pull off your magic meter, you can make them dance. Yeah. Level 3, The Graveyard. By far, this level is my least favorite since I could never get past it when I was a kid, and I always got stuck on the third stage. This one consists of bushes that you have to look over here, just jumping around like Lara Croft from Tomb Raider or something. All 3 stages are pretty much the same, just with more bushes and more platforming. Whoa! What was that? A shooting star? Well, actually, you can collect the magic shooting star, and then bam! Michael Jackson turns into a transformer. That is just OP. You can fly, you got x-ray vision to see where all the children are, you got lasers shooting out of your freaking eyes, and scatter bombs for the ultimate. However, this does not last long, unfortunately, and the kids are so scared to death of Robot Jackson that they probably wouldn't let you find them anyway. So remember where you saw them so you can run back and collect them. Alright, but the last 2 that show up on the boss battle for stage 2, they like separate themselves to go and like punch you, and you have to like find the pattern. Now, as a kid, I never found the pattern, but I guess I just got lucky, and you can just get them in the right spot and you can juggle them. The 3rd level, it's the same thing, but they drop bombs. Like, who? Why? Like, why? Wow. Alright. I do want to note this one that on the first stage, for some reason, I don't know why, but all the zombies like glitched out on the top of the screen, and they were just like flying on top of the screen and jumping, like none of them came down. That was weird because I don't recall that ever happening prior to this playthrough. Level 4, the caves. Spiders, webs, zombies, military guys with lasers, and more spiders. This level is also one of the first ones with doorways that you can actually go through, which sounds like an enhancement to the game, but it really feels more like stretching things out. At this point though, the nostalgia magic was wearing off, and that old school game difficulty was kicking in again. Thanks to save states, I'm so far able to get on the last stage of level 4, which took me a really long time due to not realizing that you could actually enter this waterfall. The boss battles for this level is nothing special, just a bunch of bad guys rushing you. Level 5, the hideout. So I spent a lot of time on this level and didn't realize that you could use the teleporters. By the time I figured that out, I just was done with the game, to be honest. Like I said, on level 4, the nostalgia magic just kind of wears off. So here's a link down in the description and on the video page to gameplay from another YouTuber who actually finished this level, actually finished the game on hard mode of all things. Absolute legend. Boss battle, magic car. Besides the title screen for this level, honestly, the rest of the boss battle is just a first person space fight, and it just looks really confusing. Once you beat it, that's it. That's the credits. My final thoughts on this game is it's pretty fun, but the novelty wears down as soon as the difficulty starts ramping up. But who am I kidding though? That level 1 intro got me hooked.
If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. After editing the video, I realized that the voiceover needed to be redone due to many errors and robot-like reading at parts. However, it took a lot of good days to get here, so I just winged it, and let's hope the quality of the videos improves over time. Huh?